Hello, Rayo Daniel here, and in this video what I'm going to do is break down GoHighlevel very quickly in just a few minutes to go over really the features, the pricing, the plans, what to choose, and kind of how to get started with GoHighlevel. So let's hop into it. GoHighlevel, first of all, has three plans: Starter, what they call Unlimited, and then Pro, oftentimes called Agency Unlimited or Agency Pro. But here are the prices that you see on the screen for your convenience: $97 a month, $297 a month, and then the Pro is $497 a month. Now, these are three separate plans, but sometimes people have a really hard time differentiating what features come in each plan and what you're able to do with each plan. So I wanted to real quick create a video that would explain all of the features that you get and then have some recommendations at the end as to, depending upon where you are in your business, to be able to choose which plan is right for you. So right now, I'm going to go over the features that are available across all three plans. So there are common features, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down the features that are available in the higher plans, and then the features that are available in just the Pro plan. So that way you can kind of see all the different features, and that would be able to help you choose which one is going to be right for you. Now, I do want to make a quick note here. The one thing that I truly love about the GoHighlevel platform is that they do not nickel and dime you. What do I mean by that? They don't give you limits on anything that you can do inside of HighLevel. Now, the features that we're going to talk about, I'm going to bring up some of the no limit type of capabilities as we go across the features. But overall, there's no limits to the amount of things that you can have, to the amount of users that you can add to your system, or websites that you can add to your. And I know I'm kind of jumping ahead of it, but there's no limits to anything inside of the GoHighlevel platform. Unlike every other platform that you will see, will always give you a restriction. You could only have one user, two users, one calendar, one website, two funnels, take your pick. But they always give you a limit on what you can do, and you always have to work within those limits. The great thing about the GoHighlevel platform, there are no limits inside of here. Even the storage that you can store videos, you can store files, there's unlimited storage inside of the HighLevel system for any of the things that you want to work on. So I know I'm building it up. Let's kind of hop into it and look at some of the features. So some of the biggest features that we're going to have, and I wanted to list this one first, is the CRM, the Customer Relationship Management Tool. This tool alone, companies pay hundreds of dollars for, just for this tool. Now, what is it used for? It's used to keep track of your customers. You put all of your contacts, your customers, your leads, all of that stuff into this CRM system, and the GoHighlevel platform tracks all of it. Everything that you've ever done with that customer, every phone call that you've made, every text and email that you've sent them, it keeps track of all of it. It allows you to do bulk imports, bulk exports. It allows you to select different people and, from sending them a text message or an email, or even being able to add them to an automation or workflow that we're going to talk about here in just a few minutes. But it gives you the capability of doing all of that. Now, I will tell you the CRM is the core, or sort of the nucleus of the GoHighlevel platform. Everything else inside of the HighLevel platform really exists around the CRM system, because of course, as a business, everything revolves around your customer. Everything that you do, you're selling them something, you're servicing them, you're selling them a product or service. Everything revolves around your customers and your contacts that you have inside of your system. So, of course, that's going to be the most predominant and the best feature inside of the HighLevel platform. Now, again, there are other companies out there that just focus on CRM systems and charge you $200, $500, or even more per month. I know it's crazy, but these other systems also limit you. This is one of those things about the no limits that bugs me about some of these other platforms, is they will limit you to 500 contacts or customers. Or when you get above 500 customers, now you need to upgrade to the next plan and charge you more per month. This is nickel and diming, and that's what I hate about some of these other softwares. That I love about GoHighlevel is they don't nickel and dime you with that kind of crap. So you can have, again, some plans are like 5,000 contacts, 10,000 contacts. Nope. No limits inside of HighLevel. Have a quadrillion, quadruple, billion, trillion. I'm just making fun here, but have as many as you want, and it's all good inside of the GoHighlevel platform. So the next feature I want to kind of bring over is website and funnel builders. Now, of course, if you're dealing with marketing or you run a business, you're going to have a website, probably even the website that you have yourself, or even have funnels. Maybe you sell a product, maybe you sell a service, and you want to actually build a funnel that can actually guide people through the sales process. Well, there are tools out there that will literally, again, charge you $197, $297, even up to $497 just for this feature. And they limit you. Again, they limit you. You can only have one website. You can only have 3 websites, or you can only have 2 domains, or whatever. I mean, we don't talk about domains in here because that's sort of something that's built behind the scenes, but you can have unlimited domains inside of HighLevel as well. Now, here's the one great thing about website and funnel builders. There's a builder inside of HighLevel to build all of this, and the builder is the same. So once you know one, you know them for both. But there is no hosting for this. Now, keep this in mind. If you actually have websites someplace and you have funnels someplace, those are going to charge you each month for hosting that particular platform in here. Imagine if you had 10 websites, 20 websites, 50, 100 websites. What would that cost you every month just to host these websites? No hosting fees inside of HighLevel. Create as many websites as you want, have as many domains as you want, make as much money as you want. It's all good with HighLevel. So that's one of the great things I love about the platform. Now, blogs is just something else I want to throw in there. Blogs is really kind of an add-on, but if you do have websites that have blogs, you can have as many blogs as you have websites. Typically, you can only have one blog attached to sort of one website or funnel at a time. So, but blogs are something that's available in the HighLevel platform, and they're as many as you want. So that's a great feature. Forms and surveys, not a lot of people think about this, but everything that you pretty much do, any kind of data collection that you do inside of platforms, whether it be, somebody opts in for a free lead magnet, or you want to get an opt-in for, they give you your name and email address to give them something for free, whatever it is that you're offering. Well, that requires to have a form built, meaning you've got to have a name, a first name, a last name, a phone number, an email address, all of these different things in order to capture that particular data. So forms and surveys, again, forms are a way to collect data. Surveys are sort of a way of gathering additional information once they already go through your service, like maybe a customer satisfaction survey. Well, that particular tool, those builders are already built inside of HighLevel, and guess what? No limits to what you can do with this. You can build as many forms as you want inside of the HighLevel platform. There's a builder for both forms and a builder for surveys, and they both have their great features. And it's easy to add these forms and use these surveys inside of the GoHighlevel platform, because all you do is go inside of the funnel or website builder, choose a little form element, drop it on the screen, and just select it from a drop down what form you want to add. There it is, right there on your website. Perfect. It's very easy and simple. Now, the next thing I want to go over is pipelines and opportunities. So if you run a sales pipeline or you run sales at all, you want to be able to track leads that come into your system, whether they be cold leads, warm leads, leads that haven't followed up, leads that have followed up, but maybe they haven't purchased. These are all things that you need to be able to keep track of. Now, I know there are tools out there, and I don't like to drop names here, and I won't, but there are other tools out there that charge you easily $100 to $200 just for pipeline management. That's it, $100 to $200. Now keep in mind, the very basic plan in HighLevel is $97. $97, and you get count them, 3 separate sub-accounts. I'm going to talk about it later, but you get 3 accounts even with a $97 plan. You can't beat that. And every feature I've already talked about and that I'm going to talk about here recently is going to be in the $97 plan. You get that for just a low monthly cost of $97. So pipelines and opportunities, full capability of creating whatever number of pipelines you want. You can then have an opportunities area. Now, there's a lot of other great features. HighLevel is just really bulked up on the opportunities, allows you to do sorting, filtering, and things like that inside of the pipeline management. Some great new features came out this year, but pipelines are all available. You just have to create them, get them implemented, and we're going to be talking about it soon, but workflows and automations can allow you to move one contact from one stage of the pipeline to another, depending upon a certain event that may happen, which is awesome, because as a business, you have to have automation. Now, I know I keep talking about automation. It is one of my favorite pieces of HighLevel because it automates a lot of different things. You could just sit back and just set it and forget it. Forgive the expression for those infomercial geeks out there. You know what I'm talking about, but forgive me on that. So the next thing I'm going to talk about, I'll get to workflows here shortly, but we're going to talk about reputation management. Now, as a business, you want to make sure that you can continue to ask your customers for reviews. You want to build systems around reputation management to be able to offer the ability for your customers to give you a review. Well, all of that system is built inside of HighLevel. And when I say all of it, the ability to send requests to customers, the ability to even automate those requests to customers, the ability to actually auto respond to reviews that are placed online are actually built into it. So typically when somebody leaves you a review, you have to log into Google My Business and you have to sit back and reply to them, because Google loves it when you reply to them because it shows them that you're interested in reviews and you want to use their system. But sometimes if you're getting a lot of reviews, that could be time intensive. So there's actually a tool built in the HighLevel that uses artificial intelligence. That's right, you heard me. AI is built inside of HighLevel. It can automatically respond to that reputation management, to that review that they sent you, and completely have it done for you. Now, another great tool that's involved with reputation management is the ability to customize certain widgets. If you understand a widget, it's just a little thing that you put on your website that actually pulls the reviews from Google and pulls the reviews from Facebook inside of your little widget on your website to show people, here's the star, I've got a five-star review. I've got 180 different reviews. Here's them all, and you can sit back and click on it. Well, typically that widget costs money. It's not available for free. So you have to sit back and pay for that. And it might be $10 a month, $20 a month, but why do that? HighLevel has that built in for you. It's especially easy if you have your websites and funnels actually built in to the HighLevel platform. Super easy. So let's move on here. So the next feature I want to talk about is calendaring. Now, there's a lot of people I know personally. I'm an old user of Calendly. So as a calendar feature, they're one of the biggest ones out there that you can actually sit back and schedule, click a link, choose your calendar, choose a date, time, click, and have some automation happen. Well, you don't need that. You don't need that kind of feature when it comes to GoHighlevel. You can have as many calendars as you want. You can integrate them with Google. You can integrate them with Outlook. There are built-in integrations that will synchronize calendars inside of HighLevel to your external calendars, whether they be personal or business. It will do both. So calendars and scheduling is completely built inside of the HighLevel platform. No need for anything else. And guess what? There are elements inside of the funnel and website builder that allows you to just simply click, drag a calendar, choose it from a drop-down list, and bam, puts it right on the screen for you. Makes it very easy to have a booking calendar on a funnel or website. Just simply drag, drop, choose from a drop-down list, and you're finished. It's literally that easy. So next one we're going to talk about is workflows. Now, I can literally spend hours and hours talking about workflows, and I've talked a lot about it already since we've been on this particular video, but workflows is the automation engine. This is where everything sort of happens. You want to make sure that you automate as much as you can inside of your business. So when a customer replies, depending on what that reply is, you may have a workflow automatically respond to your customers. Whenever somebody maybe makes a payment to you, you may actually have them, fire off a particular workflow and send them another thank you message or something like that for making a payment. You can do all kinds of stuff with workflows. So workflows are integrated into every part of the HighLevel platform, whether it be calendars, scheduling, whether it be forms. If somebody submits a form, then you can have a workflow fire on it. There are tons of different things. And again, it would take me hours to go over all of it, but anything that you want to do automation wise can be done inside of a workflow inside of the GoHighLevel platform. Now, reporting. Well, reporting is just overall. If you're running Facebook ads, Google ads, if you want to find out how many people join your pipeline this month, all of that kind of stuff can be done inside of the reporting area. Tons of report. You just need to find out what it is that you're looking for. Go there, choose the right report, and then bam, there it is. You can give simply sort and filter options inside of each report, making it very easy to sit back and look at data, break things down, and quickly find the answer that you're looking for. So again, reporting is there. That's another, I know, powerful tool that other companies charge a lot of money for. Now, the next one is one that was actually added probably about maybe a year ago, and I was really excited when it came up. It's the social planner. Now, what is a social planner? Right now, it's a way of actually creating and scheduling social media posts to be able to be deployed to those particular platforms at certain times. Now, I know there are other tools out there, and again, I don't want to name names. I'm not doing that here on this particular video, but there are other social media marketing scheduling tools that allows you to schedule posts to put on your social media platform. Well, those range anywhere from, I know, easily $50 to $200 for you to be able to do that. Now, there is a built-in tool inside of HighLevel that allows you to do all of that. Now, it connects to all the major social media platforms. So you don't need to worry about that. All you have to do is go configure all of your accounts, choose from Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, blah, blah, blah. All of them are in there. Set all the accounts up. You create a new post. You can schedule for whatever media accounts you want to post it to. Now, the cool thing about this that I actually love when they integrated this, it actually has a content approval process. So that's right. If you are a social media management company and you manage other people's social media, you can create these posts and actually send them to your client for approval. And then they have to click on it and then approve it. And then only when it comes back approved, can you then put it into draft mode and schedule it. So the whole approval process, done, already configured. Now, guess what? Inside of social media, a lot of people have been using AI tools to create text, to create graphics, to automatically create these social media posts for them. Guess what? I'm not going to go over it in detail, but AI is completely integrated into the social planner tool, both text and image creation, both already in there. Now, white label capable. So what does that mean? White labeling just means the ability to sit back and give your own URL. So instead of going to the HighLevel website, the GoHighlevel platform website, you can actually put in your own custom domain inside of this for any particular plan that you want. So that's something that you're perfectly able to do on any of the plans. So really, you can customize the link to your particular URL. That's really great, and it just gives you that little custom feel like it's your software. Now, I will simply tell you that a little precursor here, you cannot customize the logo on the $97 plan. You will still see the GoHighlevel logo if you log in on the $97 plan, but the other plans, and I'm going to talk about those in a little bit, they do allow you to brand it and put your own logo and really customize it, make it look like your own. Now, The last feature that all of them share in general is a mobile app. So GoHighlevel has two mobile apps available. One of them is the GoHighlevel app, which is branded with GoHighlevel. You may not want to use that because if you're sending this to your clients, you may not want them to know that you're using GoHighlevel, which is perfectly fine because they've created another app called Lead Connector. Lead Connector is their gray label app, is what they call it. Don't ask me, I didn't come up with that, but it's just another brand that's not GoHighlevel that will work. Your clients can install it, you can install it, download it, log into it, and get access to any of the accounts that you have access to inside of the GoHighlevel platform. It is fully functional, has a lot of cool features, and guess what? You get it with the GoHighlevel platform. No nickel and diming here. That's one of the things I love about it. So all of this stuff comes with any plan that you have inside of the GoHighlevel system. So next, let's go ahead and look at some of these other particular features. Now, I broke these up. That's sort of a general features. Now what I want to do is break down into sort of customer channels. Now, all of this is still available on all the plans. I'm just letting you know. But I'm just trying to break down. Those are sort of general ones. But here's the really great ones that you can sit back and actually target your customers with. So GoHighlevel integrates with your Google My Business. It integrates directly with your Facebook business page. It integrates directly to your Instagram account. Of course, your Instagram account has to be tied to your Facebook page, but that gets a little bit complicated on this one. But it is possible to tie your Instagram account to your Facebook business page and then in turn tie it to the GoHighlevel platform. So the website chat widget. Now, this is really just sort of a tool that you can put on your website that allows people to submit contact information and questions from your website and actually sends you a message behind the scenes in the form of a text message. Or if you have the mobile app, you get like a little notification that pops up that says, hey, somebody just contacted you. Click on this little button and review it, and you can respond back to them right away. And what it does is basically creates a text conversation. But all it does, all these tools that I'm looking at here really are meant to just be able to engage with your customers. So again, your business number texting inside of GoHighlevel. GoHighlevel has a complete phone system built into it called the Lead Connector phone system. And it's completely built in, so you can have as many phone numbers as you want. You can direct those phone numbers to other areas. You can text. You can all kinds of stuff from within inside of your business account. If you have 10 salespeople and you want to have all salespeople to have different phone numbers, not a problem. You can have a main business line phone number and then 10 additional numbers and assign each number to a particular salesperson so they have their own particular phone number inside of the GoHighlevel system. Now, the great thing is, of course, being a terrific platform that it is, the business number allows you to receive text messages directly to your main business line. So people can sit back and text you. Now, not all numbers actually do that. So that's another great way that customers can communicate with you is simply by texting the main business line number. Now, the next thing, and probably one that's, again, a lot of customers would really use, it's called the missed call text back feature. Now, if you can imagine, let's just say you're calling a business and it rings, and the owner is just too busy. They've got customers in the shop and they can't answer the phone. So it goes to voicemail. And of course, here you are, you're trying to find out some information about the business. You get kind of frustrated. What do? You probably hang up. You may not even leave a voicemail, but now you're going to sit back and go to the next phone number in the list and call them to see if you can get some help or maybe to ask about their products. Well, this missed call text back, what it does, it actually sends, if you enable it, it has to be enabled first, but it'll actually send a text message back to that person who just called you and say, hey, I'm very sorry, I wasn't able to answer on the phone. How can I help you? And what it does is creates a text conversation with them so you don't lose that customer before they start dialing the next company on the list, and allows you to sit back and have a conversation with them in real time. So these are the 6 different ways that you can communicate with all of your customer channels. And guess what? The workflow automation feature integrates with each and every one of them, which means that as soon as somebody communicates with you on Google My Business, you can have a workflow completely communicate back to them. And if you wanted to, there's a new AI feature inside of GoHighlevel that allows you can turn it on completely fully auto and have a conversation. You can train this artificial intelligence and have sort of a bot, if you will, communicate with people on any of the channels that you've talked about right here. And the whole goal of that is just to make sure that you communicate with your customers, because you may not know this, but there's like a 5-minute rule. That 5-minute rule says if you don't communicate with the customer trying to contact you within 5 minutes, most likely they're not going to be a customer of yours. So all of these particular tools integrated into the GoHighlevel platform. Again, anybody that communicates with you on any of these channels gets automatically an account created inside of the CRM system to keep track of it. And then you can sit back and see all the times they've communicated with you and over what channel they communicated with you with. Again, the beauty of that CRM system comes into play. But these are all features that are enabled on every plan. So again, super cool. Let's move on to the next thing. Accounting. Okay, what would a system be if you can't sit back and collect money, right? So some of these other platforms, they may be good with websites or funnels, or they may be a CRM system, but that doesn't do any good. I still need to collect money from my customers. How can I do that? The GoHighlevel platform can help you. So let's talk about that for just a minute. So Again, all of these are topics that I can talk about for hours, but if you want to invoice people, and of course there are invoicing templates, so you can customize it, put your own logo, design your invoices and so forth, but it has invoicing that you can send people invoices and get paid automatically online. It has proposals and estimates. That's a relatively new feature, so those people out there that use certain tools for writing estimates or proposals to people, you can even do that inside of the HighLevel platform. And guess what? You can even have electronic document signatures all done inside of the HighLevel platform using these particular features. Now, come on. Some of the clients out there are actually paying hundreds of dollars just for these tools right here to use. And all of this is integrated inside of HighLevel. And again, all of it's available on all plans. Now, here's another great one. Let's just say you have a service company and you want to sit back and you've got technicians that are going out in the field and they're doing services for people and then they want to be able to collect payment. Well, guess what? The Lead Connector mobile app, that mobile app I told you about probably a screen or two ago here, guess what it can do? It can also accept payments. So you're holding your phone, you go into the invoice area and you create an invoice and you just simply take the credit card, tap it to the back of the phone. That's called tap to pay. Tap it to the back of the phone, just like you would hold it up and, at Starbucks, you tap it, with that real close to the reader and it pays for you. That feature is available on the mobile app. Tap it to the back, boom, it pays. The technician can then show the person, here's what it is. Click send, receipt gets sent out directly to the client via email. Voila, everything's done. Now, let's just say that may not work. There's another feature that you can do called text to pay. So sending out invoices is one thing. So you can send out an invoice, and typically if you're sending an invoice out, that's going to go out in the form of an email to a particular client. But let's just say you want to bill somebody sooner. So the text to pay feature inside of HighLevel actually allows you to take that invoice and text it to them with a special link. So when they click on the text, they can click on the link inside of the text, go out to the HighLevel platform and then pay for it directly from that text message and completely pay for it right then and there. So it's a really quick way to sit back and collect money from your clients, depending upon whatever type of service you're providing. Your particular payment methods may vary, but HighLevel's got you covered, whether it be sending out an invoice, using the mobile app, or even using the text to pay feature to sit back and give somebody a link to be able to collect money from them. Pretty outstanding, right? And again, I have to keep saying this, all of this is included with every plan, even the $97 plan. So next thing we're going to talk about is memberships. So this is really for people out there that want to build courses. Let's just say you're an online you're a course builder and you build courses, you sell digital products, and you want to be able to have that. Now, there are softwares out there that they charge you hundreds of dollars a month. Again, not mentioning things. I know about 4 of them right now that I don't care for, but I can mention them and I won't. But you can sit back inside of HighLevel and create as many products as you want, as many digital courses as you want. You can create as many offers as you want for those particular products. You can sell them. And the one great thing about this is HighLevel has built all of this into a client portal. I've kind of got a little picture of it here. This is the client portal that I built for people that sign up under HighLevel with me. But like this is where you would go to get all of the training that I have. And if you are interested in signing up for HighLevel, I do have an affiliate link below. I do appreciate if you use it. I give you ton of bonuses, and I'll make sure that you get set up super quick inside of the HighLevel platform to be able to sit back and start making money. So that was my little plug. Now, besides the client portal, which is sort of one portal that they can log into and get access to all of their courses, it also has access to the affiliate manager. Now, for those people out there that sell digital courses, you might also want to have an affiliate program. So what is that? So an affiliate program is where you actually get a bunch of other people to sell your courses for you. And when they sell your course, you give them a percentage or a certain amount of money for selling the course and bringing a customer to them. Well, each particular affiliate has a certain affiliate link, and being able to keep track of all that is just kind of a huge pain. Well, there's a great piece of software called First Promoter that really handles all that. Well, First Promoter has been integrated into the GoHighlevel platform. So the affiliate manager has tons of stuff. I mean, you can add all of your affiliates, you can run campaigns inside of there. It even has like a special media area where you can put all of your marketing. So if you have email scripts, text scripts, infographics, and all other kinds of stuff that you want to give to your affiliates, you can throw it into the media area and they all have access to it and they can all log in and see that. Now, let's just say you want to have more of a private area for some of your clients. So this is where HighLevel has come up with what they call communities. So think of it, I'm not trying to do a direct comparison, but imagine like a Facebook group. So a Facebook group, people sign up for it, they log into it, you can make it public, you can make it private. And when people log into it, everybody in the community can see each other, they can comment, they can post, things like that. Well, that kind of community feature has now been brought inside of the HighLevel platform. So you can have your own communities, both public and private, and you can even pay for it. So if you want to have people pay to be as part of certain communities, that feature is built inside of the HighLevel platform as well. So completely awesome, great new features, and you get all of this stuff. So now those are all the features that I want to talk about regarding all the plans in general. Now what I want to do is kind of get rid of the starter plan for a minute and start only talking about the unlimited and the pro plans. So the unlimited is the $297, the pro plan is the $497, sort of the top of the line model that they got. Now, first of all, I just want to sit back and say this. With all the features that I've just talked about, even at $497 is super crazy cheap for $497. There are people out there right now watching this video that are probably paying 2 times that, if not more, in all of these other softwares, and you've got 3, 4, 5, 6 different software, and you've got to log into all of them to use them, and none of them talk to each other, which is a great thing. This is one of the reasons that brought me to the HighLevel platform, is because I reduced all of my monthly expenses in half, because I was using 4 tools at the time when I transferred over, and I consolidated all of that into HighLevel and saved about half of my monthly expenses just doing that alone. So the unlimited and pro plans, here's some of the cool things that you can do with them. Number one, you get unlimited sub accounts. Now, if you remember what is a sub account, that just means like client accounts if you think about it that way. But from the $97 plan, you only get 3. Okay. So HighLevel really wants to start you out on that. They give you 3 accounts, 1 to use for yourself and a couple to use for clients, so you can start making money even at the $97 plan. That's how generous they are. They did only have that to one account, and then they're like, we really want people to start utilizing this. As soon as they start getting clients and to start paying, now they can upgrade and choose the higher plans. So unlimited client accounts on the unlimited pro plans. You can have unlimited, make as much money as you want, and you're still paying only $297 or $497 a month, regardless of how much money you're making. Now, at this particular level, you also get API access. What does that mean? Great, you're throwing out technical terms at me. All this means is that if you use a tool like Zapier or Make, and you want to sit back and integrate the HighLevel platform with another third-party tool, that requires to have API access, and that's only available on the unlimited and the pro plan. So that's really what that means. If you want to use these tools and connect them to third-party systems or do some other automations outside of HighLevel, you'll need to have at least the $297 plan or higher in order to do that. Now, last but not least, at these particular 2 plans, this is where you can brand the desktop app. Now, as far as the desktop app goes, if you're on the $97 plan, you'll see the GoHighlevel logo, but on the unlimited and pro plans, you actually put your own logo in the corner, and you can use your own URL. Remember, that's the white label feature. So when you start getting that way, now it becomes your own custom branded software. This is your software, call it whatever you want. And there's actually some great third-party tools that allow you to really customize the color, look, and feel of HighLevel and really make it look like your own. But those are the features that are available on the upper level plans. Now, I want to talk about the pro plan. Now, I'm going to be completely upfront and honest with you. I would never recommend to anyone to go to the unlimited plan. Why? Because for the difference in $297 to $497, you're talking about $200. And you're going to get all of these features that I'm going to talk about here for $200. If you're an agency and you already have customers, you can already make more than $200 a month off of these features that I'm going to talk about right here. So let's get into it. The SaaS configurator. Now, the SaaS configurator is a tool built inside of the HighLevel platform that allows you to create different plans for your customers. So you can have like a standard plan, like a pro plan, and then maybe a premium plan, as many as you want. Right now, HighLevel has just, before it was only available to have 3 plans. Well, now they've increased that. Now you can have 20 different plans inside of the HighLevel platform. So you can really customize it and do all the cool things that you want inside of HighLevel. But the SaaS configurator, this tool is only available inside of the pro plan. Now, the cool thing about this is whenever you create these plans synchronize and update and create the products for you inside of your Stripe account automatically. Now, once they're inside of your Stripe account, then you can simply use them inside of either website or funnel builder to simply automate the client process. Now, a lot of companies build funnels to automate client. This is the next thing about the SaaS configurator is client account automation. On the $297 plan, on the Agency Unlimited, you have to manually create the accounts on those. Go in, manually create the account, and I'm not going to show you how to do that, but it's just painful and really unnecessary. For the $200 to go to the pro plan, and it's completely automated. The SaaS configurator takes care of everything. You sit back, build a funnel, you drop in a purchase, little sale widget on there to sit back and sell them a particular plan. They buy it, they move to the next screen, gather some information. HighLevel will automatically create their account for them automatically, email the person their login name, their password, and they can log in automatically. Now, what's the great thing about this? Because this can make you money 24/7. Now, imagine if you have a business and somebody wanted to sign up on a Saturday with the Agency Unlimited account. They would have to sit back and pay for it. Then somebody would have to come into the office on Monday, see somebody paid for it, get their account created, and then depending on how busy you are, the person who just bought the plan would have to wait, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or even more to get the account created before they can even log in and start doing anything. Whereas on the pro plan, they sign up on a Saturday, that account's already being created. 5 minutes later, they can log into the account and start configuring and start going to town. So that's the power of this automation. Now, another huge power of this is rebilling for services. Now, before I talk about rebilling, I'm going to come back to that. I should have put that a little bit lower, but I want to talk about billing automation. What I mean by this is that whenever you have a certain plan, whether it be standard, pro, premium, whatever I talked about here, you can call them whatever you want. But inside of there, you can actually have, when they purchase that, you can actually keep their credit card on file with the pro plan and actually bill them automatically every month whenever it's due. It's just a part of the system and it happens automatically. So you really don't need to send out invoices. You don't need to contact customers, unlike the Agency Unlimited plan or the $297 plan where you have to invoice people and then wait for them to pay you, or use one of the features like text to pay, or one of those other type of features that I talked about under invoicing, which can kind of be a pain. But basically, you have to do something or have an accounting person do something in order to get paid. That really stinks. So right now with the billing automation inside of the Pro plan, that's done for you automatically. So their credit cards are charged for their base account and then any extra services. And I'm going to talk about those extra services with the rebilling here in just a second, but charges them for all of that automatically, easy peasy. Now, if you ever have a problem with their credit card, let's just say the credit card expires and something happens on payment, then the system can be configured to pause automatically, pause their account. It will contact them through text and email. Hey, your credit card failed to make a payment. You'll be unable to log into your platform until you make a payment. They click on the link from the email, go out, update their credit card, Stripe charges them for their plan, and then automatically re-enables their account so they can log in. And you don't have to do anything. Once you set this up inside the SaaS configurator, you set it up that way, and that's the way it happens moving forward. You never have to deal with anything, which is awesome. Now, one of the greatest features that GoHighlevel is built into the Pro plan is the ability to rebill for services. Now, additional services meaning there's a base fee that you charge on each one of your plans, but then there's extra usage fees that will be involved depending on how much you use them. And that's pretty common. You make a phone call, you make text messages, you send emails. Those are like small fractions of a penny cost inside of GoHighlevel plan to sit back and send those out, because obviously those have certain fees because there's providers that provide the services, but right now GoHighlevel needs to charge something for it, because you can't be sending out 10,000, 20,000 emails and 50,000 text messages and 10,000 calls and not be charged for it. So those have a particular charge for it. Well, there's also other things. I mentioned AI, artificial intelligence, in the social planner, content creation with text messaging, image creation. All of those features can actually, there's a base charge that GoHighlevel charges you, the owner for it, the agency owner, but you can sit back and there's a slider scale that goes from like 1 to 10, and you just simply move it up to 2, 3, 4x, 5x, 6x, and that's how much multiplier GoHighlevel will charge your customer for those services. So that's a really great way to simply, be able to increase. So you're making a fraction, a slice of a penny on every email or text message being sent. But imagine that. Imagine you can sit back and make money off of everything that all of your clients do. That can very quickly, I'm not joking here, add to hundreds, if not thousands, or tens of thousands of dollars per month in extra additional revenue for you doing nothing other than rebilling your clients and charging them a little bit higher than what GoHighlevel charges you. So that's what rebilling for services is. Again, that feature alone is worth paying the extra $200 for the Pro plan, because you can easily make that money back, if not more. But that feature is not available on the Agency Limited plan. So moving on here, I'm here, we're finally done, and it's time to make some recommendation on what I would suggest you do moving forward with the GoHighlevel platform. So I want to say, if you're watching this and you're a small business owner and you're tired of using 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of software and you really just want to consolidate to the GoHighlevel platform, don't look at any of the other plans. Just go with Starter. Now, over here, if you see over there, sorry about that, but you see this is kind of something that's on the GoHighlevel site. These are like all the features that are available inside of GoHighlevel and what some of the other tools and platforms charge for it. I just threw it up there. I've already talked about it. You know how much money you could save on this, but if you're a small business owner, if you have no intention of having clients or starting a marketing agency, then just get the Starter plan, be happy, move on, and thank you so much. So next recommendation, if you are an existing marketing agency owner, if you already have a marketing agency, then I would say just go to the Agency Pro plan right away. Do not go to the Agency Unlimited plan for some of the things that I've already talked about in this video as a result, because it's going to cost you more frustration for just a couple $100s a month, and you can easily make that back. Now, what do you get? Again, you get more automation. Automatic billing will save you money and headaches every single month by simply doing that. Now, my last recommendation here is that if you're not a small business owner and you're not a marketing agency owner, but you want to start your own marketing agency, then I would suggest you start with the Starter plan. because the starter plan gives you 3 sub accounts or 3 accounts that you can configure. One of them, again, you can use for your own business, set it up, get everything configured, and then take the other 2 accounts that High Level gives you and actually use those to charge your clients for it. Get 2 clients, charge them $297 a month or more. And now the money that you're making from those 2 clients, you can then go from the $97 and afford to upgrade to the $497 plan because your clients are paying the bill, not you. So that's the kind of way High Level set this up so that you can have 3 accounts, you can get some clients, start making some money, and then upgrade. So again, my recommendation is don't go to the $297 plan. I hate saying that, but just some of the flaws in the $297 plan, it's just not worth it to go to the $497 plan and get all of that automation and all the rebilling capabilities. So if you are new and you are interested in creating your own software as a service agency, I do offer a free software SaaS course. It's in the link in the description below. But I teach people 8 different ways of how to use the GoHighlevel platform to make money with no experience and no tech skills. So you get complete courses from me for free. Just go to the description, click on the link, sign up. It'll be worth your time, and I'm going to walk you through step by step how to create money with the GoHighlevel platform. Again, using the recommendation from the previous screen of just simply starting at the starter plan, getting 2 clients, and at a very minimal cost. And as soon as you start getting 1 client, that 1 client will begin paying for your High Level subscription. The second client will in turn pay for your upgrade to the $497 plan. So that right there, guys, I want to say thank you so much for visiting my channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please hook me up. Subscribe to my channel, give it a like, give it a comment, because YouTube loves it when you're interacting. You really help me out here. I hope you got a lot of great value from this video that you can go out and just really do stuff with. But I've seen other review videos, and I really want to kind of get right into the guts of it to tell you what it is that's available, what are some of the cool features, pros and cons, all real quick within a few minutes. So guys, thanks so much for visiting my channel and have a great day. Bye-bye.